Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, Cho'Gall champions, to the grand finals of the Heroes 10th Anniversary EU Cup. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have got Rocket Raccoons. On the right-hand side will be Exodia Stack in the red. This is our this is the grand finals of this tournament, so Rocket Raccoons, who came from the upper bracket, have first pick and map choice priority. Hazuabs and friends will ban away Brax's Holdout. Sky Temple banned away by the members of Rocket Raccoons. Alterac Pass will be our first map chosen by the Raccoons, and this is going to be a standard Heroes of the Storm tournament draft. So, what does that mean? It means that there's no meta madness, no carryover bans, no bounty system. It is 90 heroes up and available for contests. No carryover bans, none of that. Disciple gets a first pick ban against the Orphea. Holy crap, Disciple pulling massive. Has massive pull with that Orphea, but Tracer will get target ban, not too surprising with that. Now, is there going to be a Chromie ban from Exodia Stack out the gate on Alterac Pass? Really good artillery. Chromie, just a phenomenal hero. Unraveling level 20 is insanely good for her. It's going to be a Zeratul ban, so I wonder if Exodia Stack are going to lean into an early Vikings. Sometimes a Zeratul is often a good counter into those Vikings to be able to just whittle them down and burst them quite quickly. We have been seeing a lot of Viking play today. Vikings have a 100% win rate. No, Vikings do not have a 100% win rate. Vikings, let's see, they have been played in, 4 maps today, and they won 3 of 4, so 75% I believe for them. Nubarak Blaze, looking for just a simple 1-2 punch from Exodia Stack. Nubarak also can solo the objective, meaning he can spawn those beetles and channel the objective area. We did see some tech a couple weeks ago from, I think it might have been in Rocket Raccoons. They played a Nazebo and self-cast zombie walls, so the zombies will delay out the jailers and Nazebo can channel. So it's tech we've not really seen too often. Man, you know what I'm going to say, chat. Rocket Raccoons have a beautiful setup for the big two-headed lad. There's a nice setup for that two-headed lad, but of course there's the ever-present threat of Vikings, and I don't know if you really want to lean into a Cho'Gall into Vikings composition. Don't know how that'll work out. I guess maybe the team fighting will be better for the Cho'Gall, but we'll see. Well, this next ban is going to be, what? Probably main tank priority? Yeah, they're going to get rid of the Stitches. Stitches has seen quite a bit of play today as well. Maybe get rid of the Anduin here. Anduin could be a nice target ban. Could get rid of Vala. Junkrat actually is not a bad ban whatsoever. So much harassment available, so if they don't plan to take it, which they won't have the opportunity after this ban phase, I would assume... Oh, no, they're going to go for Genji ban. Okay. So with Genji banned away, Exodia Stack could grab the Junkrat, which I really like. They could look into an Anduin if they wanted. They could go into... I like the Anduin quite a bit. Light Bomb on Blaze and Nubarak are really good opportunities. Leap of Faith is huge as well, in case there's like a Gust or something, so... Or there's a Polymorph on a single target. Yeah, I think Anduin with some sort of range assassin, and they can flex with the Vikings at the end if they want. Oh.
Victory for the Forsaken.
So Rhaegar for chain heal, Ancestral big heal as well. No anti-heal from the side of Rocket Raccoons. They could go into a Johanna if they wanted and get Sins exposed. Garrosh is up if they want to do body check. It's just a good way to mitigate the ancestral value. What do they want to do with these last 2 picks though? They got a Falstad, Brightwing, so double global. They got a Hogger as well. I feel like it's gonna be like main tank and some sort of... Okay, I like the Hanzo. It gives you good poke damage. Dragon's Arrow is really nice. Dragon Strike could be an option as well. Last pick though, will they go for the Vikings? Will there be a Vikings pick for an Exodia Stack? They've been playing it quite a bit today. Hazu has warmed up on it. They've had fairly good success with it. Fairly good, excuse me. They're definitely considering it, but I think they could just go into like another auto attacker or something. Like Junkrat would be great still. They're gonna grab the Imperious. Okay, looking for another stabby datter. Hyper carry on the Sylvanas once again. We'll see how it all shapes up, but that's map number 1 draft for all of you. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Alterac Pass Grand Finals. A month of weekend gaming has led us to this series of Rocket Raccoons versus Exodia Stack. Who will blast their way to victory? We're gonna find out. Will Rocket Raccoons boost their way to the being victorious in this tournament, or will Exodia Stack obliviate? All in. Wow. Any matchers? Alright, with our map 1 loaded on in, we are here and ready to break it all down for you. Welcome in, Rocket Raccoons on the left-hand side, backed by Vandar Stormpike. In the beard, we've got an Ubi, Hogger, Disciple, Hanzo, Mai playing Falstad, Scorch on the Brightwing, and Playa is your Johanna. Right side of the map is going to be the crew of Exodia Stack who have fought their way through the lower bracket into this grand finals through a best of 5 that went the distance. Bad Benny on the Anubarak, Hazuabs to play Imperius, Dino, Sylvanas, Yasu is going to be the Rhaegar, and last but not least, Blood reprising their role on the Blaze. We do have a Falstad DC out the gate. Don't you just love to see it? Since we don't need to really jump out of the game here. Oh. Looks like they're back and readied up and everything, so we were just going to talk about talents and stuff while we were waiting. But the readies are going to be coming through. We'll get back into the game in just a moment. It's going to be Falstad Simple Geometry. We've got Hogger on the Prowl, Falstad with his Frequent Flyer. You've got your Zealous Glare Johanna, as well as Hypershift Brightwing. Opposing side, we'll see your Celestial Charge level 1, the Impaling Light, Anubarak with Legion of Beetles, of course, Sylvanas with Overwhelming Affliction, Adrenaline Stimpak, and Colossal Totem as the Black Arrows from Sylvanas are activated in top lane, but Johanna was already there in position to deny any siege. Good call from the members of Rocket Raccoons. Condemn from the Johanna looking to step up here. Hanzo looking for more simple geometry stacks as Anubarak lands a massive combination into this Johanna. Falstad DCing a little bit here and there. Another double Celestial Charge coming in from Hazuabs. He will not be taken down by tower shots as Disciple looks to get a bit of damage into the enemies with some stackage as well. Blaze rotating into bottom lane as Hogger did manage to get that wave pushed up into the fort front gate. Hogger will split over to the siege camp as it's just spawning. Very good rotation from Ubi there. Speaking of rotations on the camp, though, Imperius, Sylvanas, and Rhaegar are going to work on Sorry, Hazuabs likes to spam voice lines here and there, and he has the silence one on for Imperius, which was just silly. Anyways, Falstad pushes up the wave into the top lane fort front gate. Bad Benny has arrived to deny any more siege. With a 1 kill advantage, it's looking like a small experience gap is starting to form in favor of Exodia Stack. They shift into the top. It looks like the Falstad's having some really bad connectivity issues today. Celestial Charge will connect onto Scorch as well. Unfortunate for Falstad having some connectivity, which might be leading to some of these misplays. But top lane siege does continue in favor for Exodia Stack. Looking to take down the top lane keep front or fort front gate. They do get a lot of damage on it. Looks like the gate's at a sliver of HP still, and that will be removed. Celestial Charge goes fishing for Hanzo or Brightwing, doesn't find anything. And the top lane fort front gate is completely taken down. Bosses, of course, have not spawned, as we still have another 2.5 minutes for that one. Nice staggering blow from Ubi in bottom lane, able to push back Blaze, looking for that jet propulsion. Gonna trade a few blows here and there. Looking at level 4s, nothing really major to note. We do have that unstable poison for the Sylvanas. Yeah, this Falstad is unfortunately having a lot of connectivity issues today, so we'll see if that can level out for them. Bit of a bummer in a best of 7 grand finals for that to be happening. First objective is here, 30 seconds of channel time needed, 2 jailers to defend. But Zodia Stack with a nice lead here, as we were talking about in the draft. See how Anubrak can delay out the jailers with his beetles, and it's a tech that we often see on this map. Imperius misses the Celestial Charge, Anubrak burrowing to the safety of his allies on the right. Hanzo, scatter off the wall. Ruby gets the cancel on that channel, 19 seconds remain. Losses are up in 1.5 minutes. And camps in mid will be traded. What's up, Hunter? How you doing today, bud? Happy Saturday to you, my friend. We've got the best of 7 grand finals right now, and tomorrow is the NA versus EU show match. So the winner of this series, we will see them tomorrow in our best of 7 NA versus EU show match, which will be happening at 9 a.m. West Coast USA, noon East Coast, and 18 CEST. Damn, unless it changed and no one told me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Sylvanas gets a small hunting wave. The Celestial Charge from Imperius is not going to be enough, and Falstad does manage to get the kill, picking up another stack on his Frequent Flyer level 1. Going to be heading back into the top lane. Allies are moving for Objective Pit. Hanzo working on the jailers currently. Sylvanas chilling on the right side. Dem from Johanna will be grabbed. We have a Burrow Charge from Anubrak onto Disciple. That's going to be a cleanse on him as well. Dino on the right-hand side, trying to put in a little bit of sustained damage from the Sylvanas. The Hogger bounces up right next to the Blaze, but doesn't get the staggering blow into the wall. Meanwhile, Falstad still split soaking for level 10, as there's just constant little DCs from this player, which is just so frustrating on their end, I bet. Nice bounce on the camp over here. Rhaegar Hearth's out for full, and it looks like Johanna gets some of the channel on the objective. Unfortunately, the jailer will stall that out at about 23. And 22 seconds. Good jet propulsion in the face of Johanna, but no follow-up damages around. Blaze just putting a few autos in. Oil slick down on the ground. Twin Flame goes out, but Johanna just continues to back away as the mid lane wave is going to be pushed up by Hazuabs. Looks like the Impaler came from the opposing side. Is a little bit low. Jet Propulsion finds one target. It's going to be Hanzo. He does go down. A kill over to the side of Exodia Stack. And that'll bolster their push to level 10 faster. We've got a Cocoon, Ancestral, Wailing Arrow, Wrath of Angiers, and Bunker on the opposing side. Dragon's Arrow, Shockwave, Gust, Bless Shield, and your Blink Heal for the Brightwing as they dive onto the bottom lane on the side of Exodia Stack, looking to take down this first major structure. They also, Exodia Stack, will get the subjective facing, and it looks like Blaze in top lane being pushed back by Falstad Brightwing. Hogger heading to bottom lane. Actually, no, he's going to chill in mid, it looks like. Bottom fort goes down, so it's periodic Reaver minions, which do tank 50 physical damage. Scatter into Benny. Simple Geometry's already done. 15 stacks, level 1, 4. Oh, that's a Bless Shield into the mini wave, but a Anubrak Burrow Charge does land. There's going to be a facial from Brightwing to join in, and Bad Benny does not go down. The Dragon's Arrow side wiggled. Hello. Wait a minute, Brightwing. There's going to be Shed Exoskeleton level 4. Scatter almost takes down Bad Benny, and it's going to be Falstad going down in the top lane to the Blaze Imperius, unfortunately. Top fort will fall. Mid fort is being pushed in as well. Falstad trying to just get some connection here, but it's going to be 3 forts during the subjective phase, and it looks like they will officially call a pause here just to try and get some level onto the Falstad players' ping. Well, it's not a bad start here for Exodia Stack. We can wait a little bit for him to be more stable. Yeah. That's even the opposing team. It's Dino saying that. Dino is... Oh, he's resetting. Okay. He can't play. He's set. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Disciple and Dino are talking, and Hazuabs and all of them are cool with it. Now, here's the issue. If the player resets all of his stuff, internet-wise, and cannot reconnect to the game, which does happen from time to time, we are post 5 minutes, which is about the area where teams have kind of agreed to... Or maybe it's just 2 minutes. I actually can't remember. I think most things do like 5 minutes. Anyways, so we're kind of post that time, so if the player cannot rejoin the game and the internet connectivity is bad, they'll probably have to play with a bot Falstad on the side of Rocket Raccoons, which is such a rough start. Like, this is such a rough mental start for the side of Rocket Raccoons, to have all these like little weird issues and slowly be whittled down in your first map coming from the upper bracket. It's got to put a little bit of a damper on things, and I know these players aren't like, it's not like HGC levels of competitive payouts or anything like that from the prize pool, but it still is, like, it still throws a bit into the mentals, it throws you off a little bit, so trying to just level that out and kind of reset your position is going to be the big question from Rocket Raccoons. Because, you know me, like, I've had stream days where I have tons of internet issues, and it's, you know, the mentals, it's hard to bounce back even as, like, just streaming, so... Definitely understandable. Looks like they were ready to request... Wow, that's a really fast reset on the router, dude. Unless they just reset their game or PC. We'll see. The readies are being requested. We're going to get going back into map number 1 of this best of 7 grand finals in just a second here. Let's go. Alright, so hopefully Falstad has no more connectivity issues, and we can see Rocket Raccoons showcasing why they came from the upper bracket. If I'm not mistaken, Rocket Raccoons 3-0'd Exodia Stack in the best of 5 qualifier B. I can't remember. Give me 2 seconds here while we're doing camps, and I can look really fast. Rocket Raccoons... Oh, no, in the playoffs, Rocket Raccoons, they beat Exodia Stack in a 3-2, so that was a best of 5 that went the distance. I don't believe it was a reverse sweep, though. Where is that game again? No, it was not a reverse sweep. It was literally just traded games. Okay. So keep sleeping with the... That was his birthday shark. Bandit just had his birthday... Oh, no. Falstad does go down to top lane. No connectivity issues for that one. It's just going to be a deep dive. Or just a heavy dive into his face. Yeah, that was the shark we got Bandit for his birthday on Wednesday. Young lad just turned 11. Blaze trying to push things back in mid. Camp. As Playa steps up. Bad Benny in the flank. Natural agility from Disciple to get to a safe side of this. Newbrek burrows to safety as well. Top boss is being worked on by the members of Exodia Stack, and 13 talents here just now comes through as a shockwave from Hogger lands on this Blaze and staggering blow as well. Bunker forced out by the Blaze as well. Oh, I gotta update that command as well. It was 3-2. Yeah, I forgot. There's so many games they all blend together, but I have the Liquipedia open, so I can easily tab for it. Alrighty, so prison locations opening up in 10 seconds. We have even Talentiers, Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas, but no teleport. Steals... Oh, sorry, no possession level 4. It's unstable poison. Lost in top lane pushing up. Falstad trying to find some value in bottom up against the fort front gate. The Jungle Grave Golem Defender pushing up onto the heat front gate. Looks like it's going to be dropped to half, but Newbrak doing a Newbrak things over here. Newbrak will be working on this camp. Falstad flying in. Gust to push people around. The Haunting Wave from Sylvanas does land right next to the Falstad. As he's going to get a few autos out. Hazuabs gets the Ancestral Wrath of Majir's mitigated by a Polymorph that does put it on 10-second cooldown. And Rhaegar falls. Wailing Air from Sylvanas was pushed into this fight as well. Blood getting hit with a staggering blow. The Shockwave from Hogger put on a 10-second cooldown because the Impale from Newbrak did connect, but the objective phase stalled out at 1.9 seconds. Hanzo trying to chase on the Bad Benny. One scatter is not going to be enough, but oh my god, it is! The scatter is there, and Hanzo gets the kill. Ubi with the channel, and I can't believe it. Did the internet reset really make the big difference for our Falstad, or were they served up a beautiful team fight? It's a bit of both. A bit of both, I do believe. We'll see if Rocket Raccoons have woken up. Have they found the Have they found the dumpster pizza they need to satiate themselves? Imperius looking to step up into Brightwing. Magic Spit level 7, or level 4, has that extra range. 13 seconds delayed. As the enemy's respawning, Johanna was showing in bottom. They're trying to equalize an experience and pick up 16. Since there is an experience deficit slightly from earlier kills and such, and structures going down in passive, we can actually break that down for you really quickly there at the bottom of your screen. If you're curious, where all the... Wow, minions is 4K difference. Favoring the members of Rocket Raccoons. They've really made up that experience with a split soak. Celestial Charge, I heard it go out, but Iron Skin from Johanna is active. Critterize for the Brightwing, level 16. Giant Slayer will be big for Disciple as well. Burrow Charge, Epic Enter for Anubarak. Will the Forsaken, Colossal Totem, Earth Grasp Totem. Bless Shield from the Johanna comes out. The Shockwave from Hogger will land into this Rhaegar. He also gets hit with a gigantic Dragon's Arrow. Gus from Falstead's pretty good, but unfortunately no one really is threatened. The Celestial Charge lands on Hogger. Dino's damage is humongous into Hogger, and he will fall. Cocoon onto the Brightwing, mitigating any of her blink charges as she could have utilized. Falstead will be slammed to the ground and taken down by Hazuabs as a Purge used on the Scorch, but Scorch the Brightwing able to blink over to an ally. A double kill picked up by Exodiustek, and Hazuabs will finish out Objective Channel here. Giving time for Sylvanas to tag the boss in bottom. A shining moment for Rocket Raccoons as they were able to achieve a few kills, and I thought they'd get objective, but it just does not work out. Exodiustek picks up the double kill into Hogger Falstead, who are going to be respawning in about 1 to 7 seconds. This is objective phase, plus boss for bottom lane. Top keep, I kind of feel, should go down to objective. If they hard push bottom, this could be 2 keeps in game. Bless Shield from the Johanna used on a Nubrak. He throws back an Impale because he was burrowing during that connection. Big Celestial Charge. Polymorph by the Brightwing, so it does allow the allies to back away. Speaking of backing away, Dragon's Arrow from Disciple lands. Cocoon onto them. Bunker comes down from Blaze, looking for the Jet Propulsion to Johanna, but she will be able to activate Iron Skin. We do have your Shockwave from the Hogger. Gus and Falstead push away the enemies who were trying to capitalize on that Cocooned Hanzo. Top keep did go down, as I mentioned. Mid being saved. Boss plus objective pushing up into bottom. Disciple doing their best to clear that away. Black Arrow from Sylvanas does have about 50% duration left on the bar. And I think that's all we're going to see from this objective. But hey, top lane keep is down. That's consistent Reaver minions with no periodic or any matching at all, because the top fort, actually all forts are available. Gosh and golly.
This is the last blow.
Boss and bottom is around 30%. It's almost going to take down this keep here. It's getting really low. Will they actually get... Oh my god, they might get double keep from this... Wow. Oh no, it's like 150 HP. 239. 239 HP remains. That's like 8 Abathur slaps. Realistically, though, Exodiustek, they could grab boss and top, push in, and then just rotate quickly, get one hit with a Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, probably. Anubarak will get caught out, actually, in the mid area. Hold on. Johanna gets that kill. Jet Propulsion from Blaze lands on the Falstead, but they're going to chase up onto Blaze. Hogger looking for the bounce, doesn't get the direction he's hoping for. Scatter finds a hit onto Blaze, but boss will still go over to the enemy team, while while Rocket Raccoons clear out mid.
We'll have another prison camp to knock down.
Objective phase in 26 seconds. This boss will go into top lane, but it doesn't seem like there's any assisted push with that one. Blaze trying to make sure mid 4 doesn't go down. Finds the Jet Propulsion into this Johanna. Celestial Charge will connect. The Soothing Mr. Brightwing activates after. Sylvanas' Wailing Arrow did expire. Mid fort is going to be saved. Boss is pushing up onto core right now. 20 talents here on the right. Bolt of the Storm, Fortified Bunker, Farseer's Blessing. Impervious for Imperius with the 75 spell armor. Nubrak, is he going to go Crypt Weaver? No, he's probably just going to go for Rewind, realistically. Could be Trader King, but probably Rewind. Alright, Blaze has the channel. Not interrupted by Hanzo Scatter. Boss is on core, but it's not going to be ending. Falstead chilling in bottom. Sylvanas going to clear out the wave over there. Imperius and Johanna trading a little bit here in our mid-bottom rotation. Epic mount for Falstad, Invisible Friends, No Control, Radiating Faith, and Bullseye for the Hanzo. As top lane wave is pushed in, looks like Vandar Stormpike will clear things away with the assistance of the spawning minion wave. 13,333, really nice on point with that one, but Vandar will slowly get his health back up. We do have channel on this right side objective, as Sylvanas and friends are like, what if we ignore objective and just go for your mid lane keep? I don't think that's what they're doing, but it does kind of seem like that's the trajectory. Johanna steps into the bush. Anubarak with a impale did go into rewind level 20. 30 seconds delaying on that objective. Blaze gets that channel. Shockwave from Hogger into Bad Benny's. We do have Imperius caught out. Falstad flying in, looking for something here. Blaze missed the jet propulsion. He'll be gusted into the Hogger. He's looking for more CC. Johanna trying to control the tank. Sylvanas as well. As Rhaegar in the mid just above. Blaze summons Bunker. Polymorph, good Ancestral Farseer's Blessing. Able to tap the well, I do believe, on top of all of that. Down a member, they're going to go for the Johanna kill. The Wailing Arrow is really good from Sylvanas. Hogger bouncing, finds the kill. No, the cocoon from this Anubarak denies Hogger getting that last little bit of damage. Mid lane camp is on the keep, by the way. Falstad hearthing out. He should have Epic Mount, shouldn't he? He does have Epic Mount, so he's not going to fly back to the keep. He's going to hearth back for full mana, and then fly back into the engagement. 9-second difference on that channel time. Mid lane keeps safe for the time being. Wave and top is going to crash, but it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, this map won. After that little pause, reset, Falstad flying back in, looking forward. What a good jet propulsion from Blaze. He was looking for the setup with a gust, but Blaze denies that. Johanna trying to get the channel here. Hanzo looking to poke in a little bit. Oil Slick ignited a little too late. Jet propulsion will find the Falstad. Phase shift activated onto the Big Bird as well. Vandar defending himself right now on the left side. Mid and bottom keeps are so low for the side of Rocket Raccoons, but if they get this first objective, what will it mean? Sylvanas haunting wave, a lot of damage in. Has to use Bolt of the Storm to back off. A gust from Falstad. Newbreak burrowing in for the flank, looking for the impale. Big soothing miss from Brightwing. Falstad barrel rolling in for this auto attack. The Wrath of Congears from Imperius will pull Hogger out of position. He may go down, and he will after the cocoon from Falstad expires. They still get the objective, so there's that, but Johanna will be sacrificed trying to get that. Falstad flying to bottom to try and save the keep, and it looks like he will not be able to do so. And I even think with the objective phase being grabbed, I feel like they're trying to end here. They've got mid lane keep taken down. Imperius is chasing on to Johanna. She will be taken down by a tower shot, actually. Trying to get that death timer to start triggering, but 62 seconds. Black Arrow from Sylvanas. All three keeps are taken down. Will Exodia stack look to end here, or are they just going to manage the waves? Pushing into core, I do believe. Totem comes down. Disciple able to get the natural agility over the wall. The jump propulsion lands onto them. Burrow charge from Anubarak has the impale to follow it up. The Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas is good as well. A Falstad flying to the safety of his, oh wait, Celestial Charge. No Finland. At least not yet. Vandar getting low. No shielding available. They're going to find the Burrow charge and everything, and that is a... to start out our map number 1 of this best of 7 grand finals. Exodia stack, who came through the bottom, take map 1. First pick and map choice did go over to the side of Rocket Raccoons, and they are unable to find victory here on Alterac Pass. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for your patience. Apologies for the itty-bitty delay. You didn't really miss much. We just got the map going here, and we're heading into Towers of Doom for this next one. This is going to be the map choice of Exodia stack, as Rocket Raccoons have opted in for first pick priority as the losing side. We'll see a target ban onto some Vikings and a Tracer, so Hazu and Dino pulling those bans. We've got a Orphea and Zeratul. I don't know if Zeratul is both Disciple or if it's Mai who plays the Zeratul potentially, but I know Disciple has an insanely good Orpheus, so that's why we're seeing the target ban into that one if you don't know. Someone in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if it's Mai or Disciple has the really good Zeratul, but either way, first pick, Dahaka will be grabbed by the members of Rocket Raccoons, and Lucio is up and available. Lucio could be in the house. Thank you, by the way, Hunter, for the beverage redemption. Much appreciated, bud.
Oh, this is my jam!
Lucio in the house is going to be grabbed by Exodia stack. Not too surprising on that one. They did have some good success earlier today with their Lucio. It's also Yasu Lucio. Yasuyo? There's something in there, I bet. You know the best way to start winning back a best of 7, chat? You guys know? The answer is Cho'Gall. So let's see if we get ourselves a Cho'Gall here. I doubt it. You know, a man can dream. We get a Brightwing and a Chromie. Dude, the pieces of the puzzle are there. They could do it. It could be a Cho'Gall for this Towers of Doom map. I'll put it into the universe. I will pray and hope, but realistically, I think it's going to be some sort of charge, taunt, burrow, some sort of tank, like a Johanna with like Blesh. Oh, never mind. No Johanna. Because Playa really does do a really good job with Johanna, but it could still be like Varian charging in, like Polymorph, Taunt. Chromie Burst is really good, so we'll see if that's any consideration. Ban-wise on the left side, what do they want to get rid of here? They've already had target bans onto Dino and Hazu. I don't think they're going to get rid of the Imperius. It's going to be another Stitches ban. Stitch is drawing a lot of ire today and being removed. We did get to see him a couple times as well. You can't pull out the Cho'Gall until they have 03. Oh, is that the rule, Empress? Oh, sorry about that. I apologize, friend. Sorry. Next 2 picks, though, for Exodia stack. Ooh, what are we leaning into? Something with Spell Armor to the Chromie like Diablo wouldn't be bad, or a Nubarak again. Murden does have his own armor as well. Hogger to be picked up for the solo lane into the Dahaka. And then they can flex this last pick. They can go into Sylvanas again. Vala's not bad. They can pick up a Mage and Li Ming. So really, it's Exodia stack can pretty much do whatever they feel like here with their last pick. Still need the main... I still really like the idea of like a single target deletion comp, like a Varian. And then you can pick up like some sustained auto attacker as well with this.
The wait is over.
Okay, ETC will be grabbed with a Cassia. Junkrat, Muradin, Hogger. There's so many interrupts, so I feel like this is going to be a stage dive ETC. I feel like this is not Mosh. There's a gentleman's agreement to not play Cho'Gall, or else every pick and ban would be Cho'Gall. He's just too in demand. Oh, really, Revolver? You don't say. What's the flavor here? What's the play?
Locked and loaded.
You're trolling, dude. You're trolling. You're trolling with this. This is such a troll pick. But, I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it. It feels troll. I don't like the Nova, dude. I don't like the Nova at all. I really don't like this Nova. What's up, Desert? Good to see. I like the Nova. The Nova pulls the lurkers out of their deep slumber. Like, the lurkers are sitting there like Dracula in his coffin, and then like Nova or Probius or like Cho'Gall gets picked, and they like they just rise up. Like they don't get up. They literally rise out of the coffin into Twitch chat. Like, what, a Nova? Hello? Anti-armor shells for Cassia. I mean, but Empress, But Empress, what if Cassia just blinds the Nova and then the anti-armor shell gets no value because literally it's like a 2 million year cooldown for that auto? I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the Nova. If I was a gambling man, I'd vote for Rocket Raccoons, but we'll see how that all works out. Yasu on the Lucio on the right-hand side for Exodius Tech, who are up in this best-of-7 grand finals in the Heroes 10th Anniversary Cup. We got a Blood, Hogger, Hazu, Junkrat, Bad Benny on the Muradin, and Dino will be your #1 hero killer, Nova. Also with, like, one of my least favorite Nova skins, the Spectre one. I don't care for that one. Left side, looking to shut down this ridiculous Nova composition. We've got Rocket Raccoons, Ubi on the Dahaka plays your ETC, My playing Chromie, Disciple Cassia, and Scorch is your Brightwing. Wokage? Literally, like, the quote-unquote weird characters that come out in Heroes of the Storm wake chat up so quickly. Let's talk about some level 1s as we do have some rotations happening between the lanes here. Nice time Walker Pursuit from Chromie level 1 as we have the Hyper Shift, Brightwing, ETC, Block Party, as well as your Enhanced Agility Dahaka and Cassie with the Thunder Stroke. Nova is going to be going into Advanced Cloaking, I think it is? Yeah, Advanced Cloaking. Probably never see Dino realistically mounted. That's going to be a really good 1-2 punch onto Disciple, who will be taken down. First Blood over to the side of Exodius Tech, but it is going to be that Advanced Cloaking, Extra Wand Timers, Muradin, Dwarf Toss on the Prowl for Hogger and your Accelerando. Sorry, not Dwarf Toss, Dwarf Block. Toss is at 16. I don't know, I just, like, we're going to see how this all works out. We'll see how it all works out in the end, but, Stormbolt thrown in. Oh, Desert, I got it. You just log into Mishi's account, and you bet against yourself. So you log into Mishi's account, and then you put channel points from their account against yours, and then maybe you can artificially inflate your own numbers. Boom. Head Horror Anomaly level 4 for the Chromie, pretty common right there, as we do have Junkrat setting up a trap in the bush. Same sort of dive into bottom lane, but it won't yield the same results as Bad Benny goes to the beach, taken down by shots from Chromie. All right. Couple grenades thrown out from Junkrat, just trying to get some vision here. Nova's going to be going into the Rapid Projection level 4, so reduce the Hollow decoy cooldown and mana cost by 60%.
Be ready. You must
Proper greeting for Chromie. So triple objective phase coming up, top left and right, of course, should be traded between Hogger and Dahaka. Bottom lane is where the scuffle should take place, as that's our RNG location. Oddly, I never thought of doing that. Maybe you're the better one of the community. Maybe you're one of the better viewers of the community. Oh, who knows? Chromie just using her Sand Bless and Deep Breathing to push back against Hazuabs. Uh-oh, Muradin, Dwarf Toss, Stormbolt lands. Concussion Mine will blast her further away. ETC has no way of helping out in time. Self-cast timeout as the left and right will be traded, but I believe Hazuabs, yes, will get channel in bottom lane. ETC looking to step up here, but Muradin, Lucio are around, and no.
Your powers will be my brave.
What we need to know, Baha, is what the Nova build is, Kappa. What do you mean? Why are you putting Kappa? I'm honestly doing my best to literally keep everyone up to date on that. Level 7 for Nova, by the way, is perfect shot, which is to be expected because you get hitting an enemy hero snipe reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds and refunds half of its mana cost doubled against heroes. And baseline is, what, 5 seconds? So I think it takes it to a 1 if you land the snipe. 6 seconds, so it's a 2-second cooldown because you're doubled against heroes. Smell from ETC. Bad Benny's able to Dwarf Toss away. I can't believe it. Concussion Mine will maneuver them out. Wait, am I understanding that right? Yeah. So I'm just checking cooldown stats here really quickly because I am really curious for Nova. If she lands the snipe, it is 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. Sometimes Hero's tooltips are very unclear, so I was just making sure. So yeah, it is 4-second cooldown off of 6. He's running your build? Your build? This is the CPX build, homie. This is the CPX build that he did back in CCL. Not even kidding, man.
The altars rise again.
This is the CPX. I can't remember if that game was a victory or not. Concussion Mine blast ETC off the point, but they still get the channel on the objective. Time Walker Pursuit to get a little bit of vision in the rotation. 5 minutes in, that means the boss is up and available. Hawker gets camping top. Dahaka with Dark Swarm, pushing people around with Lurk Restraint level 4.
The time is now, heroes.
Chromie going for the channel. Time Trap is available. Nova Decoy is going to be activated really quickly. Get some vision. CPX is running your build, Devastated? Oh, excuse me, apologies. Hush, it's my build, apologies, sorry. Uh-oh. Muradin does go down. Lucio to fall as well. Chromie looking for the channel here. Does have her level 10 slowing sands. Disciple's going to get the phase shift from Brightwing, looking to push it further through the bottom lane for front gate. Hogger managing up against Dahaka, gets a pretty decent bounce towards the top and will look to clear things away and grab some experience. Actually push things up aggressively. Never mind, sorry, I misread the Hogger side. Ball, Lightning, Isolation, Blink Heal. It is Mosh Pit? I'm so surprised by the Mosh Pit. There's so many interrupts. Like Baseline, Stormbolt, Staggering Blow, Concussion Mine. And then you're going to go into level 20s. You got Riptire, Shockwave. You got High Fives from Lucio, potentially. I don't know about this Mosh, man. I feel like it's going to be like zoning, if anything, or just trying to burn tools of the enemy team. But I don't know. I feel like Stage Dive to get into the back line or get away from some precarious positions might be helpful. Power Slide in. Lucio's going to amp things up. Slowing Sands come down from Chromie. Next objective phase will be center of the map, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. It's going to be this location. Augur still pushing up against Dahaka. 4-2 in kills, favoring the side of Rocket Raccoons. But Nova chilling in top, looking for the snipes. Decent damage into Ubi here, but the Dahaka fishes for a drag, unable to land anything. Just backs away. Maybe a well tap. That's a really weird interaction. It looked like he was like locked in place. Meanwhile, mid lane there's going to be an ETC mosh pit. Lucy, okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright. Quality mosh. Quality. Sometimes you gotta give a, you know, private dance to Muradin. Top fort does go down over the side of Exodia stack. Lucio trying to manage mid. Chromie pushing things out of bottom. Fort front gate's been taken down a little bit. Still one tower remaining. Brightwing going for the channel. Could be 3 shots in the enemy core. It is 32-32. Junkrat does not get the extra round timer explosion, unfortunately. And that'll be 3 shots into their core. 32-39, of course, as we mentioned, a 3-point difference. Time Walk Pursuit gets some vision of the enemy. Muradin Stormbolt misses. Slowing Sands on the Bad Benny. Power Slide in from ETC. This is looking really reminiscent from earlier when Muradin died. The ball lightning comes out from Cassia. The Riptire from Junkrat. Pushing Cassia into Bad Benny to further that ball lightning bouncing. The Avatar activation. The drag from Dahaka denied by Nova's activatable. So she's got the Hollow Decoy, but she also has Covert Ops? Is that the activatable? I always forget. Ghost Protocol, which apparently wasn't even used. My apologies. It was. I thought that was what the decoy that Dino used, but no. There's no way 60 seconds have elapsed that quickly. Time stop onto the Muradin. Tanks a handful of damage. Persistent Strike to maybe zone. Face melt from ETC is great. The Slowing Sands keeping Bad Benny in place, and this will be another kill onto the main tank Muradin. 6-2 in kills. Time Walk's Pursuit reveals the real Nova, and Ubi just runs right at them. Fishes for a drag on Lucio, anticipating more aggressive play, but it does not yield the pull. And a double objective phase coming up. Now, Muradin will respawn for this. He'll be able to have the rotation as well. He's got 12 seconds on the death timer, 24 on the objective, so definitely enough time to respawn and meander his way over here to the left side, or right side if needed. Chromie level 16 is available because she's got 14. Going to be going into the Shifting Sands. She's working on top lane sappers, trying to deny these 3 that would find parity on the map. It is 3 to 5 in shots potentially as Nova goes for right side, and I don't think she's going to be delayed. Hogger might delay out the left. Time Walker Pursuit gets the vision, and yes, Dino will get the channel. Uh-oh, Nova. No way, Yasuo saves that? Are you kidding? Wow. Not what I was expecting. 27 to 26, a 1-point difference as Dahaka brush strokes in the bottom lane. Nova did go into Psionic Efficacy. No, it's Efficiency, sorry. Not Efficacy. Psionic Efficiency, which is going to be snipe range, is increased by 15%. Hitting a hero grants an additional stack of precision sniper. All lightning, fend from Cassia. Oh my god, I can't believe if the ball had one more bounce onto Hogger, I think it would have gotten the kill. Yeah, 324 per bounce. Chromie gets the top lane back in her control. Will Hearth out for full mana. Shockwave from Hogger misses onto the Cassia. Precision Strike is going to be there. There's going to be a Riptire as well. Brightwing blinks around. Some spell armor applied to the allies here. That's going to be a really good kill onto Disciple for the side of Exodia stack. As our next objective phase will be top, left, and right. Will there be a center as well? Yes. So, Cassia Death Timer is just a little less than objective. Probably have the announcement about halfway through her Death Timer, so Cassia will do the same. She'll be able to respawn and get back to defend objective facing. And we'll see how things go. Nova revealed by ETC, a couple auto attacks. There's going to be ETC power sliding through Muradin, gets polymorph, good damage onto Bad Benny. Chattering Teeth will be eaten, or will eat onto a minion wave. Chomp onto a minion wave, there we go. And look at that, 14 seconds to go on Cassie. She's heading to the top left. I feel like they're going to go for singular objective and just give mid and bottom. Though it is 16 talent to your advantage. Imposing presence for ETC is really nice. We've got the Critter Eyes, Elongated Tongue. You've also got your Static Electricity. Murder Dwarf launching with his level 16. Nova does go into Explosive Round. Snipe also deals 90% damage to enemies near the impact. Spread Volley for the Junkrat. Headbanger Hogger. Dwarf Launch Muradin. And we'll see up the frequency for Lucio at level 16. Left side does get channeled, so we could be seeing 4-for-4 trade, but still is a 1-point advantage to the side of Rocket Raccoon's Concussion Mine blasting people away. Bad Benny Dwarf tossing into the bush right now. We have a Riptire from Junkrat being summoned as well. Thunderclap goes down. Drag from Dahaka actually pulls the Riptire in, does not get any value other than some potential zoning. Looks like Brightwing pre-taps the well. No, actually doesn't look like that. Shockwave from Hogger connecting onto ETC and Brightwing. No follow-up. ETC power sliding in. A lot of damage onto the Murden. He does get the high five from Lucia. The ball lightning from Cassie continue to bounce from player to player. Avatar for Murden activates. Concussion Mine blasts Cassie to the side, but that's going to be a drag from Dahaka pulling this Hogger out of position. And it looks like Dahaka should get the channel. He's actually heading to top lane. He wants to make sure that that bell tower doesn't go down to the enemy team, grabbing all the experience in mid in a quick wave as well. But it is 4v4, and Lucio and friends are going to try and capitalize on that. Was the Dahaka disengage a mistake? Yasuo is able to back away with a handful of damage applied. Concussion Mine does not find any value into this Chromie. Nova goes down to the Dahaka. Meanwhile, Lucio able to break away from Disciple, who has to speed away to the left side. Meanwhile, Dahaka's wave that he pushed up here, getting decent damage into the mid lane forts, as we do have Muradin taken down. Brightwing gets the channel. In a few seconds, we're going to see the center teleport open up because we are post 12 minutes in game time. So forts and such will upgrade to keep values. If you're curious, you can see the value changes on the left side of your screen as the Riptire from Junkrat will activate. ETC in bottom lane, pushing things up a little bit. Nova Muradin dead from anywhere from 8 to 21 seconds. Chromie will Hearth out after getting camp in bottom.
I've opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
And there's your keep values.
I mean, I knew I could.
Brightwing working on mid. The minion wave will finish that out. ETC Cassia coming in the bottom lane. We have almost 20 talents here on the left, of course, unraveling for the Chromie. Minus 50 spell armor after the enemy is in there in the slowing sands for 1.25 seconds, which is like no time at all. Power slide from ETC to safety. We currently have a ball lightning from Cassia coming out. No level 20, of course. No infinite. Persistent strike from Nova comes out. The Facia for Brightwing is good, and some spell armor denies some of that damage, but it still will be Cassia going down. bell tower picked up by the side of Rocket Raccoons, and Bad Benny diving in deep, polymorph by Brightwing, turning him into a crab. No, that's the Ride the Lightning, but no mosh pit. Level 20 for ETC is Ride the Lightning. You get 10-second cooldown per enemy hero you bolted the storm into. You deal a little bit of damage as well. So actually, it's a 50-second cooldown now. Unraveling, Invisible Friends, Contagion, and is that Rockstopper? Yeah, Rockstopper for the Cassia. So double objective phase coming up next. If both of these are picked up by Rocket Raccoons with the current state of things, it'll be a 23-6 game.
Not disappointing.
But I don't think that's going to happen. Junkrat's almost done with the bottom lane. Nova's delaying out Brightwing. So Scorch should get the channel, but it's only going to be 5 shots. ETC, power slides to the side. Nice little wiggle. Bounce from Hogger into the enemy team. ETC activates a mosh, but it's going to be immediately. What a Precision Strike blow up. As we do have Hogger hit with an isolation. It spreads to quite a few enemies. Murden trying to put the pressure onto the Chromie right now. Diving in deep, tanking a few tower shots. Slowing Sands goes out. The time stop is there. Cassia with the flank. Disciple interrupted with a Storm Bolt. She wants the fend and everything, but Cassia is getting so very low. Ball Lightning goes out. And Cassia falls. Dahaka backs away. And it all falls apart with a really haphazard team fight post level 20. Power Spike, Hogger, mixing fire on your Lucio. Extra oomph. Precision Barrage for our Nova as you reduce the cooldown by 25 seconds right there. Muradin with Rewind. And have the members of Exodia Stack 180 this map. They were trailing slowly. Muradin waiting. Does not wait long enough for Hogger to get mid, unfortunately. So it's only going to be 4 shots going in. 19-13. Boss is still up as well. Right bell tower goes over to Exodia Stack. So does left. There is one bell tower at like 25% that needs to be defended because they, oh no, the barrage may be beginning. Brightwing heads to bottom lane, but we all know her siege is subpar. Hogger working on a camp. Minion wave being cleared away by Precision Strike of Nova. And here we go. Shots being fired out from the Gravekeeper into the Raven Lord as this will be 18. Trying to get bottom lane back. Second shot does connect 17. Another Precision Strike into the wave. Sappers are here. Riptire from Junkrat coming in behind the ETC as they cannot get the bottom lane bell tower. Brightwing thinks she has it, but Chromie actually has the artillery needed. And it is going to be a total of 4 shots raining in from that barrage, taking from 19 to 15, a 2-point difference between these two teams. And now they need to work on mid lane. Next objective phase, top left and right. Poof, this is a tense map number 2. So roughly less than 30 seconds to get the top left bell tower back, which I think is kind of doable.
My hold on this realm tightens.
I think they're trying to defend against Sappers and bottom. Feels like Rocket Raccoons are really unsure of what they want to do here. The player positioning, the sort of doubling back here and there, it really feels like they're unsure of how they want to play this. Now, if they give both objectives, it's going to be a 5 to 13 game. Looks like they're going for boss as well. Could be a 1-point game if both objectives plus boss go to the side of Exodia Stack. Chromie trying to get the channel. Nova above with a delay. Shockwave onto the ETC does connect. There's going to be a persistent strike, and ETC plays things a little too aggressive right there. 4 shots of boss, you go in. Ball Lightning from Cassie activated. Disciple's going to fall apart here as well. Dahaka coming in. Sappers going through top. This could be game winning now. I can't believe it, dude. I seriously can't believe this game. I seriously can't believe this game, man. Muradin on the left side, yeah, that's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought Rocket Raccoons were gonna shut that down, but it does not go their way. They fall apart in the later game team fights, and it will go to the side of Exodia Stack. Imagine doubting the Nova pick. Okay. All right, Preston. Sure. Welcome in, everybody, into Garden of Terror, our third map in this best-of-7 grand finals. Rocket Raccoons on the left are down in this series, and Exodia Stack, they're looking for a clean, quick, and easy 4-0. But of course, we'll see how things shape up here on Garden of Terror for map number 3. First pick will go to the losing side of Rocket Raccoons. They opted in for that. We have Exodia Stack choosing this map, and we'll see what the members of Rocket can do to maybe keep this series alive. Taco Bells are everywhere for a reason. That's true, Preston. That's true. Like, In-N-Out isn't everywhere. I think In-N-Out is massively overrated. I think In-N-Out is massive. Like, Five Guys, In-N-Out, they're massively overrated. I don't think they're that great. Five Guys especially, because the price for the food is bleh. I don't eat McDonald's anymore. Like, maybe I get McDonald's twice a year. But also, I live in a small mountain town, so we don't have many fast foods. Like, we have 2 Taco Bells, 2 McDonald's, a Jack in the Box, and 2 Subways. We used to have a KFC. That's gone. Of the restaurants I mentioned, only 2 of them have drive-thrus. McDonald's and Jack in the Box. Everything else, you have to walk into the store. IDK, I don't want to miss the game. Oh, would you have, like, I thought you were, like, ordering delivery, Freaky. That's why I was like, oh, yeah, dude, like, that's why, like, I was like, if you order delivery, it'll show up during, like, this game, probably, and then you have the pizza for the rest of this. But if you have to go out and get it, then I understand. Also, at the same time, Freaky, treat yourself. Rhaegar and Lost Vikings will be picked on the right-hand side for Exodia Stack. We got target bans again onto the Orphea and the Zeratul. Tracer and Lucia removed. First pick to Haka for the side of Rocket Raccoons. As I mentioned, the Rhaegar Lost Vikings are the 1-2 stack for Exodia Stack. Falstead, Haka, Johanna. So another double global coming out from Rocket Raccoons. McDonald's fries are great, that's about it. I agree with you, but I'm also disappointed with the portions that McDonald's gives you for their fries nowadays. Like remember back in the day when you'd pay $1 for the actual large fry, and you could be like, oh man, I can make this like a small little snack meal thing that'll hold me over. Nowadays, like, the large fry feels smaller and it's more expensive, isn't it? So that's like, if McDonald's still had like $1 large fries, I'd still be in that boat, but I'm so done with McDonald's. Also, you know, American political things they did and blah blah blah. We don't have to go down that road, but I also don't care what side of the political river you are on. I don't think that fast food restaurants should be doing anything in politics. I don't think many things should be doing many things in politics in the United States, but we all know how lobbying and etc. works out, so it's all disappointing and sad. Sylvanas and Brightwing will be banned. Sorry, let's bring the energy back up. Let's not go down that dark path. The weekends are for heroes and for ignoring the world around us. All right, so Sylvanas and Brightwing banned. We got a Varian Li Ming with a Rhaegar as well on the right side, so looking for the 1-2 punch. This is where you choke Gaul, but obviously Rocket Raccoons don't want to do that because they still need a healer and they need more damage. Once they're cold, they're gross. Yeah, dude. You gotta eat them right away. Yeah. You definitely do. You gotta get them, like, hot and, like, just start shoveling them in your mouth from the drive-in window. I'm so distracted. I apologize. Let's focus back in. So healer and sustain damage probably needed.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Okay, first Tyrande today, maybe of the entire tournament. Gonna be interesting on that one. A lot of healers available, but we're going Tyrande, okay. Last pick Blaze. Last pick Blaze for Blood. They don't have a Bruiser. They don't technically need one.
Reckoning is at hand.
Okay, interesting. Is Varian Colossal Smash, maybe? Colossal Smash would actually be really good here. It could be Twin Blades. It could just be Taunt. But I actually do, like, legitimately, I really do think Colossus Smash could be a great pickup here for the higher burst values for Li Ming to capitalize and Tyrael sustain damage. But we'll see what happens. We're going to get into it. Gamble's going. Here we go. Tebrazel, I think that's how you say your name. Thanks for the follow, bud. Glad you're enjoying the content. Welcome into our lovely community. Sorry for derailing the draft of my fry talk. Oh, do not apologize about talking about food, Wolf. Come on now. You've been here before. You know our motif. Food first, heroes in the background. Anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. A lot of places you can be watching Heroes of Storm content or content on Twitch in general. So thanks for choosing our lovely corner of the internet. If you're not following, why? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's free. Right side of the map, up in this best of seven series, we are looking at the members. Sorry, give me a second, I gotta do something. We're gonna be looking at the members of Exodia Stack. We have got your Hazuabs playing Olaf, Balog, Eric, the Lost Vikings. Bad Benny on the Varian. He is gonna be going into Lion's Maw, so it's leading me to believe it's gonna be Taunt build. Balad will be playing the Tyrael, gonna go into Ardent Restoration, so maybe a little bit more Bruisery auto-y. Dino Dino on the Li Ming, and Yasu playing Rhaegar. Left side, most importantly, we got Scorch on the Tyrande, Disciple Hanzo, Playajana, Mai playing your Falstad, and an Ubi Dahaka. Sorry, I'm trying to rush through this because the most important thing is the Sentinel. Will the first Sentinel hit? Everyone knows if the first Sentinel hits, GG, well played, the team with Tyrande wins, and that first Sentinel does hit a Viking. We'll see how they win. Oh wait, I lied! Just kidding, never mind. Falstad in bottom lane was taking a lot of damage. I thought he was going to be taken down. First blood will be picked up by Rocket Raccoons off of the Viking, but not a full kill, only 25, or 0.25, quarter of a kill. Enhanced Agility, Simple Geometry, Lunar Blaze, Variant, charging into the fort front gate right there with Minion Wave available. Falstad going to be going into Auto Attack build, and we got Zealous Glare Johanna as we actually take a look at the bottom lane. Scorch is getting a little bit low. The Sealed Glare is really good, and Disciple lives with like 40-something HP. Tyrael, Sanctification, or Judgment? Ooh, I feel like it can be both. Not to give you like a cop-out answer, but I feel like it can be both, and I think initially right now, the game plan is aggression, 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 so it will be Judgment. But there is a point where they can pivot if things are not going their way on the side of Exodia Stack, and they go Sanctification for the safety. That's how I'm seeing it. It can be both. I believe with this composition from Exodia Stack, they want aggression, and they want to dive buddy with Variant. So they're going to look for like a charge, taunt, into Judgment sort of thing. The Judgment will give the opportunity to blast back all enemies as well, so you kind of create a little bit of space for Exodia Stack to dive onto that initial target. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for coming by, Tab. I'm going to shorten your name for ease. Alright, Vikings, I believe, is tracking correctly. Good drag from Dahaka. He's got that enhanced agility, taps the bush, and looks to pull Dino in, who's going to return a few Arcane Orbs, Magic Missiles. No Triumvirate level 4 just yet. It actually is about to get picked up right there. As Tyrael is going to be going into Divine Vigor. If Smite hits an enemy, Tyrael's basic attacks within the 4 seconds. So this is a very auto-attack. This is the auto-attack build for Tyrael. Let's see. Pretty standard stuff. Varian is going to go Taunt, no Colossal Smash. We got Subdue for the Johanna. It's looking pretty standard, simple, and Bad Benny's going to get... That's a very confusing, aggressive moment. Like, Bad Benny, like, standing here, like, smacking. I don't know, that was just weird. He took so much damage for free. I don't know why he was doing that. Like, it's just confusing. But anyways... He's not dead, it's just I don't get what he was trying to do right there. Exactly, Desert, exactly. I think the intention is gas and aggression from the side of Exodia Stack, because when you have a Viking composition, realistically, you want to find kills so the Vikings can get free pressure and push other places. And Judgment does open up that opportunity. Also, with an auto-attack heavy Tyrael does lead me to believe that as well. Oh, I want Rocket to win really bad, personally. By the way, the Twitch gamble's still going, and it looks like there's 5K to 38,000. So if you want to play the odds, go for it. Rhaegar goes down first full blood of this game. Will go over the side of Rocket Raccoons. They've already killed one Viking. That's a first full kill. Falstead flies near the top lane and goes to pressure further onto Hazu. We did learn earlier today that...
You know what to do.
At least, well, not really learn, but one of the things we saw earlier today was in our first best of 5, I'm trying to remember the name of the team, Rip. Rip in the first best of 5, they actually were starting to trail behind a little bit in the series, and then they started bringing it back with a reverse seep territory. But one of the things they were doing on a Dragonshire map, if memory serves correct, is they were literally pressuring Hazuabs later in the game. It's quarter kills, but later game kills yield a lot of experience, so even if it's a quarter kill on a Viking, at level 16 plus, you're still getting a lot of experience from just rampaging through the Vikings around the map. And also, you're mitigating the macro value, you're shutting down some of the passive minion experience gains. So there's a lot of opportunity in the mid to late game territory, 13 to 20, where Vikings could be bullied a bit. We'll see what happens. Or maybe Hazuabs will adjust his playstyle towards that point because he was getting bullied a lot and getting shut down a bit. We'll have to see. The Viking tracker looks like it's doing good, as we do have 24 stacks on them. Lunar Blaze only on 2 stacks. Hanzo Natural Agility over the side of the wall. We do have Tyrael trying to step in. That's going to be a brush talk in from Dahaka. Can he get the drag out of this? Nah, Tyrael's too far away and there's a minion in the way. Too many minions in the way unless he finds, like, the perfect little split in the sea, as we do have a Lunar Flare coming out from Tyrande. We have a Condemn from Johanna as well. Essence activated by our Dahaka. We have 1 out of 3 seeds, tributes, if you will, on the left-hand side. And I don't know if I hit the cycle button, but let's do that. Dude was just bored. That's what Benny was doing in bottom lane, just tanking damage. He's like, we've got this in the bag. I can almost kill myself in bottom lane. Alright, let's see. Level 10, faster ever so slightly on the left side. Less shield, gust, starfall, dragon's arrow, isolation, opposing side. There's the judgment from Tyrael. Taunt from Blaze was already, Taunt from Varian was already picked up at level 4, so we'll see what he goes into. Will he parry? Will his parry have protected status? There we go. Or will it just be charging every 4 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4. Varian charges again, so yes, he absolutely does go into Warbringer level 10. We have a Dragon's Arrow landing onto Li Ming. She's going to be cleansed by the Rhaegar. Meanwhile, Tyrael jumps to the side. It is going to be Judgment for him. Ancestral, Wave of Force, and play again for the Vikings. No Longboat Raid, but are you really surprised? Oh, Wolf, I don't blame you at all. Hazu is like one of my favorite people in the Heroes of the Storm community. Like, he's such an easy person to talk to. He's fun to hang around, yeah. Though I will say this, Justing and Grubby are like my 1-2, basically. Absolutely love Justing and Grubby. But that's also because we work together in many capacities, so... A little bit of a fight in top lane. We're going to see a Tyrande traded for a Viking, so that's going to be a nice first kill for the side of Exodia stack. Rhaegar working on a camp on the right side. 37 globes on the Viking as they just pick up another one. 17 for the Tyrael. If you don't know what his level 1 is, it's Ardent Restoration. Dealing damage to hero heals Tyrael for 32 health over 5 seconds. Dealing damage resets this timer, and the heal amount stacks up to 10 times. Every regeneration globe gathered increases the heal amount by 1%. Tyrande. Oh, no, 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 no!
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
Oh, Tyrande, no! She did, like, she wasn't even like in a precarious position. I think she was just like semi-rot. Oh my god, that's so rough, man. Oh god. Exodia stack, they just want this in a 4-0, and they're on that path. You don't know much about Justing. Justing and I worked together during CCL. obviously, but also him and I work together in a lot of other content within Wisdom, so that's like, him and I have like a nice history, and he's just a really nice guy. We used to do a YouTube series called Please Try This at Home, because we'd always like see stuff in like CCL and be like, oh, chat, you gotta try that at home, like rotations or combos and stuff. So we used to we had one episode where we didn't do very good, so we named it Please Don't Do This at Home. I think it was the episode where we quote unquote crossed the streams. He played Phoenix, I played Falstead, and we literally tried to make an X with Planet Cracker and Hinterland's Blast. So there's a few of those. There's like an Abathur Sergeant Hammer mine build that we did. There's a Anduin variant that I don't think ever made it to YouTube. There's a Murky Nova that we did that was really good. Dragon's Arrow from the left side of the map fires into this camp that gets invaded, kills the Rhaegar. Beautifully done from the members of Rocket Raccoons who find the gusto to take down the enemy. Hazu will move a Viking in. That should be sacrificed in theory to the Falstead. He does get a lot of healing because Eric did manage to tap the well. All Vikings share that well tap if you didn't know. Li Ming Triumvirate getting some resets. Drag from Dahaka misses Falstead. Flank, Gust, goodly done into this Varian. As the Judge Material onto the Falstead, the Lunar Flare goes out, but it doesn't get the stun needed. Bad Benny on the left-hand side will go down to the Dahaka. I do believe Hanzo actually gets the last little bit of damage. And Garden Terror, 2 of 3, is looking promising to the side of Rocket Raccoons, but Li Ming Dino trying to find a reset, or at least poking around the objective area. Dahaka taps a bush, moving in. Li Ming will see that. She backs away. Links back in. Arcane Orb goes in. Disciple low. That's a reset to Li Ming. Combo goes out again. Misses the Falstead. And it's not going to be a channel to the side of Rocket Raccoons. Hello? Bottom fort will go down. First major structure taken out by the side of Rocket Raccoons. Exodius deck trying to push up top lane a little bit with Baylog, and Dahaka may be able to meander his way up there. 46 regeneration globes, 11 minutes in. Hazu doing a fantastic and phenomenal job on that baseline stacking. 27 for the Tyrael, 7 Lunar Blaze stacks on your Tyrande. Of course, Hanzo's done with his level 1. Enhanced Agility at 7. 26 for the Falstead as there's a taunt. Iron Skin activated by this Johanna, but the Shattering Throw denies that Iron Skin shielding. The Gust from Falstead's not enough. And the reset for Li Ming comes through. Vikings play again in the top right of our screen. We'll see those being pulled off to the side. Dahaka pushes a wave up, chills in the bush, gets the drag onto Eric. Baby Eric, no!
There it is.
Meanwhile, in mid lane, though, Li Ming gets a reset off of the Tyrande. Varian flanks onto Hanzo. The tower shots are into Varian, but he don't give 2 hoots as he will take down that Hanzo. And it should be Garden Terror over to the side of Exodia stack. Mid lane Garden Terror descending by the fort, that's huge. Garden Terror spawn up as far as your current minion wave, hence bottom. Well, actually, hence, no, well, either way. So there's a little difference. Like, Web Weavers descend up as far as the enemy minion wave. Garden Terrors will go back as far as your current wave. So if you have a wave spawning at the core, it literally will spawn there. Though Garden Terrors don't naturally lose health over time. They lose health every time, obviously, they take damage, or they take a big swing with their plant-like hand. Slam goes down. Johanna avoids that, but there's going to be a charge in from Olaf with Olaf or Largen in charge for a 1-second stun. Tyrande with Harsh Moonlight, level 13, has that little reduced model size. Mid lane Garden Terror cleared away. Top lane pushing onto the fort here with Tyrael and a minion wave. So 2 forts will go down. Keep Front Gate takes phenomenal damage, actually.
Red team has destroyed a
And, I don't know, man. I don't know, chat. I don't know, man. It's looking really rough for the side of Rocket Raccoons. They don't seem to be having the same fight value as we saw last weekend, Saturday. This is a rematch, by the way. This is a rematch from the initial upper bracket semifinal. It was not a reverse sweep though. It was a lot of traded maps, but Rocket Raccoons did beat Exodia stack, so Exodia coming into this best of 5 with a bit of, or best of 7 with a bit of revenge. At least revenge in their hearts. Oh, nice, nice Tyrande Sentinel there. Okay, so let's take a look at experience really quickly and see where deficits are being made. Obviously, it's 5,000 level lead as well, 18 some change to 19 and some change. And let's see, mercenary camps are pretty equal. Falstad goes down to Varian and mid. I literally thought he was fine there. Wow. Well, that gap is even further now, 7k. It just seems like the light is fading in this best of 7 series, at least in map number 3.
A new seed is set to sprout.
So next seed, bottom center of the map, bottom fort will go down. Exodia stack takes down another fort, and they'll have matching periodic catapult pressure in bottom lane. As they enter into their 20 talent. Fury of the Storm, Glory to the Alliance. We actually have, what is it, Angel of Justice? So for those that don't know, if Tyrael can see you on his screen, he can judge you. Like this right here is standard player vision. This is max zoom on our end as an observer. Isn't that insane, chat? I was like bringing that one up. It's just, it's like, holy crap, the amount of, oh, actually no, that's max zoom, but it doesn't matter. I thought my Shift Z was gonna do that, but it's Control Z. All right, regardless, 20 is almost here on the left side. Repulsion, Farseer's Blessing, Glory to the Alliance. We also, by the way, we didn't mention this, but it's Banner of Stormwind for the Varian. Movement speed buff, but I think that's mostly to chase into the enemy. Alright, right side is gonna be up in a second. Radiating Faith. We're epic mount for Falstad. Tyrande with the, oh god, Shooting Star. Bullseye for the Hanzo, and Contagion upgrade. 67 regeneration glows for Hazu. 68, wait, hold on. Where's a Viking?
And don't fret.
Where's the 69th globe? I think they're gonna get this channel on the right side. Oh, wait. Oh no, Hanzo! Judgment from the Tyrael. Gust out from Falstad. As we do have Bad Benny chasing in. This might be the beginning of the end of this map number 3. Bless Shield from the Johanna with the Radiating Faith. We're going to be seeing a spin from the Viking. Shield Glare coming out as well. Varied and Friends charge into the keep front gate, but the minion wave is here, so they can continue sieging into this and hold Falstad and Hanzo for 36 to 44 seconds. Damage is really good on the structure. Minion wave is here. There's a Judgment from Tyrael into the Tyrande, and she will fall. Johanna trying to make some space for the allies, but it ain't working out. The keep is getting a little low. There we go. It's going to be taken down. Will they go for Garden Terror to end, or are they looking to end now? It's going to be ending now. Of course. Why would they go for Garden Terror? This isn't Storm League. We're not indecisive on how to end games here. Exodia stack will take victory in map number 3. They are 1 map away from finding their first place position in this Heroes 10th Anniversary Cup. Falstad flies in, gusts the enemies back, throws in the hammering. It's not going to work out. The core does fall, and GG, well played. Exodia stack, 1 map away from a clean 4-0 best of 7. We don't want that here. I know people root for teams, but we root for more games on this channel, and that's what we're hoping for here, as Exodia stack does take a colossal victory on Garden of Terror. Welcome in to what could be, and hopefully not, the final game of the day. We're heading into Battlefield of that's Braxis. The other B. There we go. Battlefield of Eternity. The gamble has been made. Here we go. That's a quality pyramid you got going there, Ashmantle. Let's see if you can finish it out. Will anyone ruin Ashmantle's pyramid? Ooh, it's getting close. Chen to be target banned here on Battlefield. We've got Rocket Raccoons on the left side with map choice, and they will be banning away a Lucio. They chose Battlefield, so first pick over to Exodia Stack. Will there be an Orphea target ban? 4 games in a row, the Nexus-born Mage will not be joining into the series. Tracer target banned again. Okay, so first pick Vikings, obviously. We did back in season 1 of CCL, June did run the Vikings on Battlefield, and that was the only time we ever saw it. But we always talk about it. What is going to be their first pick? They can go into Avala, Hanzo. They could just pick up a simple.
Here we go again.
Main tank. They're going to go for the Chromie. Chromie will be grabbed, so good artillery from her. Slowing Sands is assumed. Exodia Stack trying to speedrun this series too. What series did they speedrun today? What's up, Rod? How you doing, bud? There is no speedrunning today, that's for certain.
Change is upon us.
Li Ming Dahaka. So double reset composition is in the ballpark for Rocket Raccoons. They could go Li Ming with Genji, get the double reset and high burst value composition. Dahaka with that as well. Just good solo lane, good CC, locking people down for Li Ming to play off of. Ooh, good aggression. Spell armor, Juggernaut plating. So that's actually a lot of really good spell armor on Blaze and Diablo. Juggernaut plating doesn't come into play until 16, but Diablo has Soul Shield level 1, which is really beneficial. Both teams need a healer. Is there any consideration of the Anduin ban? Well, maybe, probably not. Yeah, Medivh. The reason I say probably not an Anduin ban is because Rocket Raccoons will probably be fishing for the Genji Anduin Light Bomb combo. Oh, yeah. There was almost a reverse sweep in that series, bud. Yeah, there was almost a reverse sweep in that series. It went full 5 games. Yeah, that series went the full 5. Crankle showed up for map 3, and everything changed then. We literally went to a map 5, and I was like, dude, there's reverse sweep territory. Exodia Stack might get swept. They did not, obviously, as we're in the grand finals. Garrosh will be banned away. A good counter into Diablo. Counterplay with Toss, and Blaze wants to jump in as well. The Garrosh also leads me to believe this is going to be a little bit of a dive from Exodia Stack. Maybe they'll go into like a gray main. Members of Rocket Raccoons are going to consider here. What do they want? They could go Andu and Genji.
Glory to the Horde.
Okay, I'm not crazy about the Thrall. He's not bad. He's just kind of in this like weird spot where his Widow Peak is all I can stare at right now. Because it kind of looks like the Majin Buu thing. Anyways, but Thrall does have really good brawl into Blaze and Diablo with Rolling Thunder level 1. It just feels like they're going to go hyper carry Li Ming. Like, I think they're going to still pick up a main tank, and they're going to have 2 bruisers, which can work on this map quite well.
With every death comes honor. Balloon.
I think Exodia Stack has a phenomenal composition. They've got Poke, they've got Artillery, they've got Malfurion for Roots to play off of Diablo Blaze. You've got Innervate for Chromie. I feel like Exodia Stack have such a phenomenal composition here. And the last pick on the left-hand side, I don't know. I feel like Rocket Raccoon, they've been so uncertain with their draft, and I'd like to see a main tank. I'm very concerned about the hyper carry Li Ming. I'd like to see her go into Mage Armor level 1 or Force Armor level 1, just for the extra spell armor against the Chromie, potentially. Could be Aetherwalker for this map, but either way, Force Armor works. Anyways, could be the final gamble of the day. Get your predictions in as we're going to load on into Battlefield of Eternity. Alrighty, the load-in has been had. On the left-hand side, we got Rocket Raccoons, who are obviously down in this best-of-7 grand finals. They came from the upper bracket, and let's see if they can dive into the dumpster and find some brooms to start sweeping up Exodia stack with Disciple on Li Ming, Mai on the Thrall, Playa is going to be your Anubarak, Ubi on Dahaka, and Scorch to play the Anduin. We have an Exodia stack on the right side, Blood on the Blaze, Yasu, Malfurion, Dino, Hanzo, Hazu, Chromie, and Bad Benny on the Diablo.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
For those that don't know, players can't see observer chat. Only other observers can see it. Jet Propulsion finds the Anubarak. That's really going to be it in that trade right there. Shadow Charge from Diablo is pretty good. Beautiful blow up onto Thrall. Can they find a counter kill into Diablo? I doubt it in this situation. Exodia stack out the gate with an explosive kill. Disciple will go into Aether Walker, Enhanced Agility, Power Ward Shield, Rolling Thunder, and Anubarak with Carapace. Or excuse me, Nerubian Armor. Looking at top lane really quickly between Blaze and Dahaka. They're just going to be trading really quickly, so no threat on a kill in that lane. Time Walker's Pursuit for Chromie, Hanzo, Simple Geometry, already at 8 of 20 stacks. Neural Stimpack on the Blaze, by the way, which is going to be activate to gain 40 mana and cause basic ability coolness to recharge 100% faster for 5 seconds. Emerald Dreams for the Malfurion and Soul Shield Diablo as anticipated. 18,300 to 5,700. Chat is hungry for this best of 7 to keep going, and trust me, I would be very happy to eat at that buffet. Vision onto the Thrall. He sees that immediately. He's like, oh, I'm going to back off. Diablo fishing for an angle. Overpower, Shadow Charge. Good root setup, but no kill. Fire Stomp here and there. Poke from Li Ming. Add Horror Anomaly for your Chromie, level 4, level 2. Time Trap finds a Anubarak. The Jet Propulsion connects into Anubarak. Sonic Arrow almost takes him down at 128 HP, but the Burrow Charge allows Anubarak to gap the enemy and back away safely. First objective phase standardized in the north-south positioning, then going to east and west, so that being scripted, we're just kind of waiting to see. Man, Hanzo Dino working really well through Simple Geometry. He's often a target practice guy, but for this map, you know, you kind of want Simple Geometry. Redemption at level 1 can be the pickup as well for the cooldown, but the extra scatter plus you have Serrated Arrows at level 4 and then the Never Outmatch later on. So Serrated Arrows, Dino gonna reset for full mana, Hazu getting an Innervate as well as a little bit of healing from Malfurion. 20,800 to 22,900. Nice. Subterranean shields for the Anubarak. Mortals are in position. Dino already set up for this one with Hazu as well, getting great siege and race potential. Burrow Charge, Impale, a lot of damage potential into Hazu, but a beautiful root from Yasu denies any further engagement. The Jet Propulsion from Blood does miss. Dahaka brush stalking in, looking to join him with the allies, but doesn't have a drag target immediately, so just waits patiently. Burrow Charge from Anubarak misses onto Diablo. He overpowers and Shadow Charges this big beetle into the wall. Arcane Orbs being fired out from Disciple. It is the quote-unquote standard build for Diablo we do see. Soul Shield into Fire Stomp level 4 with Soul to Flame. Proper greeting for Chromie. We actually do see Oil Dispersal for Blaze at level 4. No Incinerator Gauntlets for him. So he's obviously going to go grill and kill later on, right? Obviously Blood is has seen the light and is like, yep, grill and kill is the best talent. Why would I want Collision Course to deal an extra 450 bajillion damage when I could grill and kill the enemy? Drag from Dahaka lands onto Diablo, but he won't be pulled into tower shots. We have a Burrow Charge landing on him as well. Arcane Orbs from Disciple missing. Magic Missiles firing in, but unable to find a kill into the main tank as the first objective phase will go over to the side of Exodia stack. And that's top lane pressure applied with 7 talent coming through soon.
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
Of course, with the 1 kill advantage, and oh my god, Disciple health bar. Firestorm build continues. Simple geometry build as well. Now Furion doing standard with regrowth at 4 and 7. Or I guess technically it's Nature's Cure at 7, but whatever. Diablo finds a Shadow Charge, overpowers Thrall into the root. The damage is really good. Diablo's the one to go down! First kill finally picked up by the members. Rocket Raccoon as a drag lands into Hazu. There's a cleanse from Malfurion. Hazu's able to back away safely. The Immortal cleared away. The keep is going to be at, or the fort's going to be at like 200 HP. Another drag into Blaze. The Burrow Charge is good. And 670 HP remains on this fort through the top lane for the side of Rocket Raccoons as they pull ahead in experience here. And I feel like this is the first time in this series where Rocket has had an advantage. Time Walk's Pursuit will scrat out the Anduin. Hold on a second. Oh, it does provide vision when they actually fully heart. That's interesting. Because the Time Walk's Pursuit provides vision continuing after for 4 seconds onto those targets, and so the Hearth, I was curious, would it mitigate when they go into Hollow Storms? But no. Dahaka brush stalking in. Malfurion is in a really weird spot. He throws down a root, but Li Ming comes in with the Arcane Orb. Scorch gonna get overpowered. He's on the point with Dahaka, or excuse me, with Nubrak. Dahaka does step in. Diablo getting really low. Does he have a Fire Stomp? He finishes out his souls, but he dies, and they will not be consumed, which honestly is a benefit to Diablo. He's full on souls. The death timers are relatively low, currently at 10. And he's going to be able to respawn before the objective phasing. That actually kind of worked out. I know he died and they lost the camp, but it kind of worked out. Magic missiles firing in, looking to open up the fort front gate and top a little bit here. Gosh, I can't believe they saved this with like 670 HP on it.
Repent before my wrath, demon.
See, if you clip that one, it looks like I knew exactly the amount of HP on the fort. Hazu is setting up a trap, but here comes the enemy team. They are the real trap. The light bomb will connect onto Diablo. Bad Benny trying to back away, but he will be taken down, and this time souls will be expended. No luck on that one as he is back at the Hall of Storms. Rocket Raccoon believers and those who just wish to see more Heroes of the Storm today gotta be happy about the 6-2 kill advantage favoring our blue side squad. Diablo does have the reduced soul consumption, hitting level 10. Let's talk about those talents here on both sides. Wave of Force, Contagion, Light Bomb, Sundering, and that's Cocoon, which will land on the Blaze, who's looking for a jump propulsion. Dragon's Arrow connects onto Li Ming, but she's a little too far away to follow up onto that. Dahaka lands a drag, but he's so isolated from his team. Get it? We have a bunker down from Blaze. Lightning Breath activated by the Diablo. Malfurion, by the way, went into Twilight Dreams. Lightning Breath bunker. Dragon's Arrow and Slowing Sands. Scorch tries to heal himself up, but Chromie has the artillery to take them down. Li Ming was able to get the last little bit of damage into this Immortal, and Disciple manages also to get that magic missile with the Seeker value, level 7, to hit onto Diablo. Bottom lane objective, favoring the side of Rocket Raccoons. 9 seconds on Anduin. Sundering from Thrall. Lands a root. That's 1 out of 6 for his level 4. Dahaka meandering his way to join in with the allies. Not looking to split soak. Not looking for the macro. They have a little bit of an experience advantage, and they want to siege heavily through bottom. Jet Propulsion comes in from Blaze. The Slowing Sands are there onto the Thrall. He misses the root. That will reset back to 0, and Thrall does go down. The Immortal pushing onto the fort, but with Thrall going down, they're gonna look to poke onto Blood, but I don't think they can really do much more here on the side of Rocket Raccoons. Losing that Thrall was a bit of a blunder, and Dahaka makes his way back into top lane quite quickly. 5 of 10 stacks on his level 1, as he does have mount speed for 5 seconds after tapping a bush, but of course, he'll be able to increase that by another 10% when finishing that talent. Take a look here and see later game experience, 6-4 in kills, but still is only a 700 experience difference roughly between these two teams in heroic kills. It is going to total out at about 2 to 3k difference. Favorite the Raccoons. Chromie with a bit of artillery on the wave. 13 here, glass cannon. Oh, nice spell shield for the Thrall as well. That's going to be nice against the Chromie. She did go into her level 13 already. Sundering from Thrall will come out. Doesn't land the Ridden to Dino, but he gets chunked by the Li Ming. Forced back a little bit. Haka, that the overpower onto Bad Betty. The Dragon's Arrow is pretty good. Bad Betty trying to back away. The silence from Malfurion will not get the kill. Li Ming is going to get a reset and take down Malfurion. Thrall still chasing in. Rolling Thunder, hitting a few with that Chain Lightning. And a scatter goes off the wall. Li Ming returns artillery into the keep front gate as Blaze grabs a camp in the top lane. But 8-4 in kills. Still a solid level lead as Thrall sets up for a Bushkin. No. They're just going for Immortals here. I thought they were going to steal away this camp, but not the case.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens.
Race between both sides, and it's going to be fairly close here, actually. 2,000 or 12,000 to 15,000 roughly. Let's round on those numbers for ease. In favor of the side of Exodia Stack, as they had the faster race by about 3k. Time Walker Pursuit to get vision. Oil Slick down from Blaze. I feel like at Rocket Raccoons they can't try and like race against the enemy. By the way, double stack camp in top lane that Dahaka will show and wave for, so that immediately Exodia Stack will call for engagement. Time stop onto Thrall. Decent damage into him. His soul shield will be activated. You see that little 70 by him. It's like a 30-second. No, it's like 45 seconds. Yeah, 45 seconds. I was like, 30 is way too low for that. I do think he has talent, or he has ways to reduce that, right? Frostwolf Resilience. Yeah, Dragon's Arrow lands on a Disciple in the Anduin. Diablo, Bad Benny is low and will get taken down. That's a reset for Li Ming. A scatter goes out from Hanzo, but no bonk off the wall for the scatter split. Anduin tries to avoid the Immortal Stun, but he's slow. Oh my god! The slowing sands the bunker, but Anduin has a little bit of a speed buff, I do believe. The bunker from Blaze almost taking him down. The Wave of Force creating some space, but Hanzo Dino has the last little bit of damage. Malfurion traded. Diablo still dead for 6 seconds. Magic Missiles missing on the blood, but the Anubarak Burrow Charge will land. And another reset over the side. Oh, that scatter from Dino. Hello. Ooh. Diablo has one of the coolest built-in mounts in the game, but he uses a horse. I'm glad you used the verbiage "one of the coolest," because personally, it's not the coolest. The best mount in the game, best mount in the game, is Cho'Gall carrying the horse. Diablo goes in for the shadow charge and everything and tries to take down the Thrall, but unfortunately the Immortal gets a stun. There's a cocoon onto Hanzo. Leave me. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We have to look at this. 2,475 damage in 0.3 seconds. That is insane. That is some insane damage. Look, I got no bias. I got no Raccoon in this race. I want more Heroes of Storm games, personally. And I really feel like Rocket Raccoons have finally woken up. They have dove deep into the dumpsters, and as I said earlier, found the brooms to start sweeping Exodia Stack off the ship. Blizzard is so weird to make Cho'Gall's mount like that. I disagree. I think that was the most brilliant choice they could have made. It's a large two-headed ogre. It is one of the, in the game, one of the biggest models that you have. Obviously Deathwing and blah, blah, blah. So it makes sense that he carries the horse. Like, it's beautiful. It is 200 IQ. Absolutely 200 IQ from Blizzard right there. You know there was someone in a meeting was like, what if Cho'Gall carried the mount? And they were like, give that man, fire that man and take his idea. Actually, realistically, it's Blizzard, so fire that woman and take her idea. So, bottom lane wave is pushing up. We've got top lane camp grabbed as well. It's a 2-kill advantage over to the side of Rocket Raccoons. There's a small engagement may break out in mid. Doesn't look like it, actually. So we're going to see ships passing in the night, per se, as this will be waves. Oh, wait. Cocoon onto Blaze. Sundering out from Thrall. Diablo's very split from his team. And whatever, he had 83 souls, by the way. No respawn for Diablo. Dragon's Arrow connects on the Li Ming Leap of Faith to pull both Thrall and Li Ming to safety. Blaze is looking low, and he goes down. Yasuo gets a huge silence, but it does not work out. And now a scatter off the side while Dino using the other side to get the natural agility. Chromie slowing Sands to zone, but they're going for core. The members of Rocket Raccoons are trying to blast their way into a map number 5. Oh, dude, Turbo, yeah. Diablo on the Goblin, or even a Nubrak on the Treasure Goblin is so silly. I love it. A Nubrak looking for another kill onto Chromie as the enemies are respawning, but they won't be able to find it, so no core call, but they do get a bottom lane keep. Impalers and top lane are pushing up onto this keep over here. Dahaka will tap a quick bush or two and make his way to clear that out, save the keep, and the Immortal will be nearly chunked to 50%. We're going to see a camp over in the left grab as well. Cho'Gall carrying a horse is another reason why Heroes of Storm is the better of the 3 MOBAs out there. I mean, in League of Legends or Dota, is there a character when you do their baseline dance, I don't know if there's different dances, is there a character that when you do their baseline dance summons a cat and dances with the cat like Kil'Thuzad? Because if not, obviously proof in the pudding that Heroes of Storm is the better MOBA. Cocoon onto Blaze. Burrow charge from a Nubrak lands on a Blaze. The imp. Oh my god! Where has this Rocket Raccoons team been in today's best of 7 grand finals? Hello? Drag onto Diablo. Meanwhile, Nubrak putting pressure onto Chromie in the bottom right. Diablo goes down to Anduin. Damage. The Dragon's Arrow misses onto Thrall. Chromie gonna try and find the traded kill, and they manage to do so, but Anubarak burrows onto Yasuo, still pursuing the chase, and it's reset after reset after reset for Li Ming, and they go to core, and ladies and gentlemen, this series is not over. Exodia Stack will show that they are human. This day, Exodia Stack will be shown that they're human. I don't know, I forget the quote from 300, but either way, Exodia Stack are human, they can bleed, and they will be taken down. It is going to be an absolute rampage of a game for Rocket Raccoons. 20-6 in kills. The GG comes out from Hazu as he is the best competitor out there. And, alright, chat, it ain't over. A noob can use the Goblin? I'm like 99% sure he can. I'm pretty sure he can. Unless he's one of those heroes that only use disc-based mounts. But I don't think he had a disc-based mount in this last game. What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, bud. Not only carrying a horse, but carrying it makes you faster. Yeah, it's like in real life. Everyone knows you run faster with a knife. Choose outcome. The Raccoons are in. Welcome back. Sorry, my verbiage was wrong there. We're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen for the 6th map of the day. 6th? 5th, right? 5th map of the day. We're going to be heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Players are on the correct sides. We do have first ban going over to the members of Exodia Stack, and we will be seeing Rocket Raccoons choosing the map of Tomb of the Spider Queen. The first pick, of course, comes from the losing side as they get first pick or map pick. So Exodia Stack wanted to ban away the Orphea first. That's the reason they went for this. Tracer target banned, Orphea target banned, so that's Dino and Disciple bans respectively. God, what was the other ban? Zeratul? Yeah, they were banning a lot of Zeratul. Looks like Dahaka will be removed here. Have we seen Ubi play anything but Dahaka in this best of 5? 7? Time to gamble all the points. Oh, this is a best of 7, Mitch. So the prayer, the hope is that Rocket Raccoons win this map and the next, and then we have a map 7, and then I don't care who wins. I just want 7 games. Maybe that's a bit selfish of me, but I think for the greater good, it's the best. All right, so Dahaka, Lucio, Tracer, Orphea band away. First pick Blaze over to the side of Exodia stack, and what do they want on the left? What are we starting out with? Dude, the Li Ming last game popped the flip off. Does Disciple go that direction again? No Stitches ban either, by the way. Hogger Johanna, as they leave it down to the wire. You even heard the ta-dum. Johanna Hogger. So it's a pretty simple draft. Doesn't show much of the composition. Could go dive, could go control. Maev is available. Will Exodia stack grab it here?
Grant us strength.
I feel like they're gonna grab a mate.
We will forge a great destiny.
Twin Blades Varian Cho'Gall. Twin Blades Varian Cho'Gall. Johanna Hogger on the left. No, I think realistically Exodia stack they can go into. I would like to see like a Jaina, and then they could go a Hanzo with that as well, which would basically be Dragon Zero following up like Dragon Zero, Taunt, Jaina Burst, or any combination of those things together. So maybe Junkrat ban. Okay. I have a gut feeling. It's gonna be a. It was like this. It was like that on that ban. Dude, did someone literally blind put 21,000 on Exodia stack to win this? Hello? Did someone literally just... Wow. Okay, sorry. I just realized someone like blind gambled. I really liked the Li Ming from last game. I kind of wish they... I love a good Gul'dan. Gul'dan on Tomb of the Spider Queen is so good. And this last pick, Flex, is amazing. They could go into another Bruiser if they want. Like, Imperious works. Thrall could be good again. They could go into some sustained damage with, like, Raynor or Vala or Hanzo if they want. I think this is going to be like a Jaina and something else, though. I feel. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not what I was thinking at all. It's going to be a Medivh and a Vala. Will Medivh cheat their way to victory? Let me get my slot button out. Oh, wait, where's my, where's the button? Flush. Okay, there's the flush button. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Flush button is ready to go. In case Medivh loses stacks. Last pick, Disciple. It's his force armor on Medivh is rough.
The wait is over.
The Cassia blinds into the hypercarry Vala is really good. Very into the Johanna, by the way. We didn't talk about this. Shattering Throw is a great way to deal with shielding and stuff. Sorry, tinnitus in my right ear. Twitch Gamble's going. Hopefully it's not the last gamble of the day, but it could be. So make sure we make it a big one. And let's get into game number 5. I can't remember. Lot of blinds coming out from Rocket Raccoons between Cassia and Johanna. Sustained damage from Gul'dan is good. I would personally love to see Gul'dan go Fell Flame build. Most importantly, I'd like to see him go into Pursuit of Flame level 1 and Rampant Hellfire 16. I really do feel like Gul'dan can hard carry at 16. Though Echoed Corruption plus Ruinous Affliction is insane as well. Thanks, Freaky! Oh, hello. Why are we doing over there? Alrighty, on the left-hand side, with the dumpster brooms in hand, it's the Rocket Raccoons with Ubi, Hogger, Disciple, Cassia, Mai playing your Gul'dan. Pai is on the Jahan, and last but not least, Scorch healing up with your... Oh, speaking of raccoons, there's a little raccoon bandit. With the 100,000 gram gold bar, it's going to be Scorch on the Anduin. Right side of the map, looking to shut down any opportunities to continue this series and get a 4-1 victory through Tomb. It's going to be the members of Exodia Stack, Hazu, Medivh, Bad Benny, Varian, Dino, Vala, Blood on the Blaze, and Yasu Malfurion. Whoopsie, sorry, we already had talents up. Bad Benny steps in. So the enemy team gets chunked, but so does the Jahan. Sustained damage from Vala will come through. Portal Mastery for Medivh. Variance level 1 is going to be Lion's Maw. Created the Hunter for Vala. Jet Propulsion from Blaze lands into a couple members. The Root from Malfurion will follow that up. Good sleep set on the ground, and Gul'dan's the first one to fall as well. Blaze steps up and picks up some of those gems that were dropped by the enemy killed, and Cassia fends in. Whoa, that was really weird. I think she fended, but the game broke vision, so it canceled. And that's why the fend action didn't happen. Animation, excuse me. Whoa, 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 Gul'dan, are we sucking our way to victory? I don't know about that. Chaotic Energy level 1 for the Gul'dan, Charge Strikes to the Cassia, on the prowl for the Hogger, Power Word Shield, Anduin, and Zealous Glare Johanna, as we do have a Portal Mastery Medivh, Lion's Maw Varian, Created the Hunter already at 25 stacks, Emerald Dreams, and your Enhanced Agility is done. No! Stop focusing onto the mage! Not like this! He's gonna try and drain. Anduin's trying to heal. Varian takes him down! No! The sun falls as well! The root is good, but Johanna will not be picked off as she heads away towards the top side of the lane. But man, an early triple kill. And it looks like we have DC issues again from the Gul'dan player. Oh boy, is no pause? No pause? Really? Are we really not pausing for this? Is attempting to... Yeah, I was gonna say, like, dude, come on. W quest on Gul'dan, yeah, so increase the range of drain by 25% and regeneration globes heal for 50% more. After gaining 15 regeneration globes, basic ability mana costs are permanently reduced by 20.
A hero rejoins the battle.
Alright, well, we're back into it. Small little DC. Sorry, is my music out? There we go. Oh, I thought the follow was going to get the multi-shot into Johanna, but no kill. Okay. Varian gets a taunt into 1. There's a portal set up. Disciple's trying to back away. The Leap of Faith will come out. Vala vaulting in. Condemned from Johanna, pulling Bad Benny in. The Fell Flames from this Gul'dan are getting decent damage. So many health bars on the blue side are low, and they cannot sustain the fight and have to reset. So, yeah, really, as Chad even said, a rough start to this game. 3 kills early on is going to yield a decent amount of experience, 975. Some of that being made up with the Mercenary camp from the left side, but we still have right side Mercenary and Siege Giants. If Cassie can get this bottom lane camp, that'll be really helpful to mitigate some of that early game advantage. Also keep in mind, minion experience is about 600, difference. All in all, yielding the 1,000-ish difference between the two teams. But it's early game. Blunders do happen. We'll see if things can be reeled back in. Hogger trait build. Yeah, Gul'dan continuing with health funnel level 4. Drain life cooldown recharges 100% faster while it's channeling. If an enemy dies while under the effects of drain life, the cooldown is instantly refreshed. See if Dino Vala can hypercarry their way to a victory. Charge taunt. Hold on. Root from Malfurion. I thought Varian wasn't able to make it through the portal in time right there. But it is going to be Red Web Weavers descending to Exodia Stack first here. Quarter level for 7 on the right, or on the left. onto Blaze right there. Powder word. By the way, I can't talk apparently this afternoon. Medivh currently sitting at 35 stacks on that baseline. Arcane Rip. We'll probably see him finish that. I doubt there's going to be a dive onto Medivh anytime soon. There's a drain onto Vala. Immediately, Force of Will applied. Web Weaver's pushing in. Gets some damage onto the fort front gates. Gul'dan's level 1, currently at 9 stacks. No sub done for the Johanna. 14 stacks on Bad Benny's Lion's Maw. 66 for Vala. Medivh is done with baseline. Vala gets a Force of Will. And is really not too threatened. A little bit healing over time from the regrowth as the portal is set up in the mid. Shield Glare immediately into Dino. Condemn stepping up. Johanna's not able to do much with this. And it really feels like the dynamic is shifted here. The last map felt so comfortable for Rocket Raccoons, and here they just look like they're struggling to find engagements, and it's Exodia stack with another kill. 4-0. Portal set up to maybe... No, they're just rotating the Blaze down to bottom lane. Dino doing Dino things. Working on boss. Dino will do what Dino does and solo a boss by auto-canceling the boss by getting just slightly out of range of it. The only player in Heroes of the Storm that I've ever seen solo a boss, honestly, is Dino. Gul'dan has vision of this. Medivh floating around, doesn't see the Gul'dan. Malfurion will be here with the regrowth activated. No level 10. Gul'dan does not have Horrify on the left-hand side, but we do have Leyline Seal. We have the Warbringer for Varian, as well as Rain of Vengeance, Bunker, and Force of Will. I'm so confused by this choice. I'm so confused by this. I'm sorry. I don't get what they're doing here. Did they expect 10 to, like, roll through and he'd Horrify at the last second? Because we're not even close to 10 still. I mean, we are, but... Oh, man. It really feels like the last map... It really feels like Battlefield of Eternity, the previous map, was where all of the energy from Rocket Raccoons was expended, and now they're... It just looks so haphazard here. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a judgy caster, but it just feels so disoriented, as Varian will be able to bait out the Light Bomb. The Leyline Seal creates a little bit of space for Malfurion to jump into the portal and back away safely. And the top lane fork goes down to the boss. Rocket Raccoons have to back away and deal with that way. Yeah, it's just... something's not jiving in this map, and I don't know what it is. I don't get the Drain build on Gul'dan either. I'm confused by it. Like, Fell Flame with Rampant Hellfire would be insane for the 10% range increase at level 1. Whatever. We'll see how it all works out. We got a Valkyrie. Shockwave from Hogger misses onto Bad Benny right there. Less Shield, Johanna, Horrify, Gul'dan, Light Bomb, Anduin, Leyline Seal, Warbringer, Rain of Vengeance, Bunker, and Tranquility. I know we mentioned those, but go through them again really quickly. 0-5 in the start here, as an available turn-in is there for the members of Exodia stack. By the way, the last time I looked, there's about 90-something gems held by the members of Rocket Raccoons, and 58 are on the Cassia currently. Maybe Drain build because network issues? I mean, Drain build is a very common thing in EU over NA, but I still just, I don't get the appeal of it for this game. Like, I feel like Fell Flame would be constant pressure, and Drain is... I don't know. I'm waiting to see how the Drain build works out. Valkyrie will pull the Vala out of position. Cassia goes in for the fend, and finally, during the second web weave phasing of the game, second for Exodia, the members of Rocket Raccoons find their first kill 9 minutes into the game, but here's a very low Johanna, gets leapt to safety. Iron Skin was active. Portal set up by Medivh to get closer to the bottom lane, and now the Hogger's looking for a way to get out of this. The Oilslick gets thrown down the ground, and Ubi with 28 gems is fishing for a way to get out of here. Ooh, The bounce is going to be canceled early because he was off the sidewall, but Anduin's here, Johanna's as well, and the bottom lane fort will fall on the side of Raccoons as the Shockwave reads the portal really good. Force of Will is going to get called out. There's going to be a bunker from Blaze. 64 gems on Disciple as the Light Bomb will connect onto Blaze. Staggering blows. Blood looked for a Jet Propulsion. All right. Level 13 will be picked up on the left-hand side. Drain onto Vala. She vaults out of range immediately, and it finds little to no value. We continue with Harvest Life at level 13. Drain Life heals for 75% more health when used on heroes, so maybe that's the sustainability they want. I don't really know. Charge, taunt. Gul'dan activates Drain onto Bad Benny here. Blaze coming in with the Jet Propulsion. Iron Skin from Johanna will eat that. Less shield from the Johanna. Valkyrie into the Vala once again. She gets a Force of Will as their portal to allow her to back away. They don't really need it. The Tranquility from Malfurion is active. There's going to be a Leyline Seal. Leap of Faith into, unfortunately, a Root. Good read from Yasuo. This Gul'dan's trying to heal up. He doesn't have a Drain available and does go down to the Blaze. 6-1 in kills, favoring the side of Exodia stack as a Root from Malfurion lands onto Cassia. The assist pings are there because they want to knock down those 70 gems. Light Bomb to zone. Wait, hold on. That's a portal set up by Medivh. Bunker available for Blaze if he needed it as he was diving in, but... Oh, man. I feel bad for Rocket Raccoons because I really felt like they had the trajectory to really continue from Battlefield there, but it's just shut down at the beginning of this map. The early game kills are rough. The small DC, I think, has affected them. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It's Heroes of the Storm. 16 could be big, but it's feeling reminiscent of a previous map where I think it was like map 2 on Infernal Shrines or something. Stitch is just walking into a camp and trying to steals it, but then they just give over so much experience. Oh boy, chat. Oh wait, no, that was in the previous series. Sorry, I'm misremembering. I'm all over the place. It's been a long day. As a reminder, by the way, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. West Coast USA, noon East Coast USA, and 18 CEST, we are going to be having the NA versus EU Best of 7 show match. So the winner of today's game will go up against the selected team of NA, because NA is so prestigious we select our players apparently instead of running an entire tournament, which feels weird, but whatever. No comment. So we'll be having that tomorrow morning. And that also does have a prize pool in the line as well. So it's not like they're just like playing for giggles or anything. A third Webweaver phase will go over to the... Did Cassia not turn in? She's still holding 78. They have 2+-ish turn-ins on the side of Rocket Raccoons. When are they going to start turning up the heat? Obviously, I know they're behind by half a level for talent here, but it just feels like they've been passively losing this game. This is not the same team we saw just now on Battlefield. Well, either way, top lane keep is going to be going down. Is this going to be the end of the series and the tournament right here with Boss Webweaver on core? Varian says hello to the Johanna. Boss is, I'd say around 30%. Webweaver about the same. Charge, Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Tower shot zone a little bit. Core shielding is dropped. Glorify from Gul'dan pushes the Vala back. Shield Glare from Johanna thrown out as well. She's a little bit low. Shockwave from Hogger misses as anticipating enemies coming through that portal. There's going to be a taunt from Varian. Bunker comes down from Blaze. Anduin does go down. Gul'dan will try his best to drain some health. And it looks like he'll be taken down as well. This is a staggering blow to Malfurion. Yasuo getting really low. Gets picked off, so at least there's a trade. Dino calling for core with autos in. Shielding is dropped. It is a 3v4 defense. Dino still weakening the core. Allies are trying to get in the way of that. Shield Glare for Johanna. Beak pushing out bottom. All major structures have been taken down 14 minutes in, as Exodia stack want to shut down this tournament, this series, and these games. Okay. Glyph of Faith, Headbanger, Martial Law, Holy Renewal, Darkness Within. Let's see if the 16s can make a difference here, because Cassia is going to get the first turn-in for their team. And they still... Cassia still has... I want you to know this, chat. Cassia has the entire next turn-in still. They need 55 for the next turn-in. She has 56. Guess what? Hogger has the turn-in after that with 60. If the members of Rocket Raccoons can get triple turn-in here, maybe... just maybe, they can push out lanes, push up waves, and start to rally in this map 5. Otherwise, I don't know. Bless Shield will connect under a few. The Valkyrie doesn't get the pull. They're hoping for the Leap of Faith onto the Johanna. Will connect. The Leyline Seal onto Gul'dan will connect as he is looking to get away. He gets a Leap of Faith from the Anduin. That's both charges expelled as it's a 70-second cooldown. Drain onto Blaze. Gets some minimal value. Forces the Jet Propulsion away. 20 talents here coming through on the right side. I assume Farflight Quiver, yes. Medivh cheats, Leyline Seal. Oh, wait, hold on. Light Bomb from the Anduin to try and zone. There's going to be a dead Gul'dan. Absolutely. Vala's got another stack on a Creed of the Hunter. Hogger spins in to try and back away. He will be taken down with 63 gems. Johanna subdone, but at what cost? Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of our tournament. Congratulations, of course, due to Exodia stack. No doubt about that one, but we were just hoping for more games today, and that is going to be to wrap things up here in map number 5. Exodia stack will take the grand finals, and we'll be seeing them tomorrow morning up against NA. GG. Well played. Oh, Dennis is GG this time. Belly, we appreciate you, bud.